What is up, fellow adventurers? As you guys saw from the thumbnail and title of this video, today we are going to be building a miniature minnow breeding pond to breed our very own minnows to feed the pet bass in the real backyard bass pond. But really quick, before we jump into today's video, I want to give you guys a quick update on the backyard bass pond. And then another cool new thing we got for the pond is me and my dad built a bridge to go across the pond. It looks really cool. We just made it out of cedar wood, and we're gonna stain it. But the reason we built the bridge is because I planted these plants back here, and they are going crazy. I need to pick all those dead leaves off, but they are going crazy, you guys, and I couldn't even get back to my circuits anymore without having to like crush through those plants. So we built a little bridge, and we even built an umbrella holder on it to hold up our big beach umbrella, and now it also adds about 50% shade, which keeps the water temperature down during these hot summer months, and it also reduces the algae growth. As you guys can see, we have a lot of mosquito fish actually breeding in here, but it is not enough to feed these fish. We have to go about 2 or 3 times weekly to catch 200 or 300 minnows, and they're just gone. You guys can see some of the bass shooting around down there. So that is why we are building a little mini pond today for 100% breeding mosquito fish, creek chubs, whatever we want to put in there to breed minnows to feed our pet bass. So step 1 to making a little DIY minnow breeding pond, or really any pond, is to gather the supplies you're going to need for the pond you want to design. Sorry about the audio, it is very windy out here. We have a big tropical storm rolling in. So like I said, first step is to get the supplies you need, and all we're going to be needing for today's video is a little pond liner, which I have over there. I got it at Home Depot for I think $40, maybe $30. It was a 7-foot by 10-foot, I believe. It is just a little pond liner, but it is going to do the trick for today's video. Then I have a little structure. If you want to build a minnow, like specific minnow breeding pond, like we are going to be doing today, you need structure for the minnows to breed. That's why even in the big backyard bass pond, you notice that most of the minnows that are breeding are always up shallow because they need structure, and they go up shallow in the rocks and live plants to breed. Then I got a rake and shovel, which are 2 very important key elements to building a pond. And then last but not least, we just have some gravel. And I'm going to show you guys in a later video on how we are actually going to aerate this pond without having to plug in any pumps, aerators, or anything like that. You guys stay tuned, and let's jump right into the time lapse. So the second step to building a pond is marking where you want your pond to go and kind of the outline of your pond, and that's the second thing I did. And then I started the excavation of my pond. I just started digging. Step 4 to building a pond is just cleaning out all the debris, little pebbles and stuff like that, and then installing the underlayment. And for the underlayment for this small pond, I actually just used a little drop cloth. Underlayments can be pretty expensive, and for a small pond like this, a drop cloth will easily do the trick, and it's a lot cheaper. Then I used my little Home Depot Total Pond liner, and it worked pretty well. It's a very thin pond liner, so I took on my boots, as you guys can see, walking around on it, so I didn't rip it, but it worked pretty well for this project. Then I just rinsed out my gravel and would get little bucketfuls at a time, and then I would go and just gently dribble out the pebbles onto the liner and kind of spread them out where I wanted them. Well, okay, you guys, the good news is the pond is almost done. Bad news is my camera just died, so we're improvising. I'm using the GoPro, but we got our little minnow structure, and I actually think, if this makes any sense at all, I'm going to put this in the deepest pocket. Well, that's all the pebbles, so no matter what, we are done, but we got it pretty dang rocked in. We can always add pebble down the road. Okay, so we just got all the pond liner covered up with dirt, all the excess pond liner covered up with dirt. And now I'm gonna go ahead and go, I've already collected a few of them, start rocking around the edge. This is gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and snap for y'all and it should be done. Okay, you guys, we just finished rocking the whole pond. We're gonna finish filling up. The storm is almost here. I have like 5 minutes left before it gets here. Pond is almost done. It's filling up, and obviously I'm gonna get rid of all that debris. And then in the next video, we are gonna be stocking this with a bunch of minnows, adding a ton of live plants, and that is gonna be one of the main reasons why we're not adding pumps, is because the minnows like hide in live plants, and all live plants are gonna do is help aerate it. So it's kind of a win-win. So we're gonna be adding a ton of live plants like all around this thing. Well, it is the next morning, and I have to be honest, I couldn't be much happier with the little DIY minnow breeding pond. It was like a 4-hour build, and it looks awesome. You guys can see it behind me. Like I said in the next video, I'm so excited. We're gonna be stocking this pond with hundreds and thousands of little mosquito fish, maybe some tadpoles, goldfish, any bait fish like that. And then we're also gonna be adding a ton of live plants. It is gonna be awesome. If you guys haven't already done this, make sure you smash the subscribe button and like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting my channel. Thank you guys so much, and make sure you stay tuned to my channel for more awesome content like this.